Last night, we also saw the Dallas Mavericks stampede all over the Oklahoma City Thunder in Oklahoma. They ended up winning the game 104-92, but it really didn't feel that close for most of the game. Like I said, Luka was going to give an MVP type performance. I wasn't sure if he would get into 40. That's why I was really iffy about it. Excuse me, because I was really confident that he would have a great game. I just wasn't sure if it would be a big scoring game. And it was a great scoring game, but it just wasn't one of those 45-point games. He ended up with 31 points, 11 assists, 10 rebounds, a triple-double. Shai, again with another 30-point game. Like I said, just a model of consistency. Every single night, you know exactly what you're going to get from him. He added in 30 points, 2 steals, a block, 8 assists, 6 rebounds. He shot 12 of 22 from the field, 2 of 4 from 3, 4 of 6 from the free throw line. From the other guys, they had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 players in double figures. Again, but the other guys had 11, 12, 12, and 13 by Holmgren, and that's just not enough. He might be starting to feel like the way Mitchell is feeling. It feels like Shai needs to go and get 40, 50 points for them to have a legitimate chance of winning this game right now. Because, especially with a game like Luka had, Shai is only matching his production. He's not beating him out in that. Especially in the other games where even if Luka's not shooting well, he's getting a couple of assists still. Like, he's keeping the production, the total output close. These other guys just aren't giving him anything. Especially with Kyrie Irving being, relatively docile at this point. Like, he only had 12 points. He got up a couple shots in the first quarter. Like, I was surprised. He got up 3 shots in the first quarter, 3 shots in the second quarter. I was like, oh shit, okay, like you trying to get some shots up. And 4 shots in the third. So like, he was trying to be a little bit more aggressive, but he's still 12 points is like, he hasn't had a great scoring night yet. And it seems like Shai needs to damn near put up 50 for them to have a legitimate chance of winning this game. Every game has felt like Dallas has been cruising, hitting shots. Their pick and roll and drive to alley-oops has been really effective. Although it got to a point in the fourth quarter where OKC was making a little bit of a run, and Luka and Kyrie are just coming off of picks, and I'm like, what are we doing? Obviously, Luka had a great game. I guess for me, the only thing about the way he's been scoring, I don't know if it's an injury thing, fatigue. 5 out of 11, but a lot of those were long threes. And this is why I look at this series and I see 7 games, because 15 out of his 31 were from the 3-point line, but 3 of them, I felt like 3 or 4 of them were like those long threes. He had a step back on Dort. Like, they're just, some of them are just tough shots, and it's one of those things where you make some, you miss some, and he was making them last night. However, when he's only getting to the line 3 times, he's not putting the pressure that he typically does. Thankfully for him, I've been calling for him to stop complaining, and he finally did that, thank God. But like I said, it's a lot of jump shots. In the fourth quarter, they don't have these auto sets that they go to get Luka and Kyrie good shots or good opportunities. It's still a lot of pick and roll down the stretch. I was watching it, like it seemed like they weren't even looking to score at some points, and they just were looking for corner threes for their guys or for alley-oops. There was a moment when OKC was making a run, and instead of Kyrie hitting a floater, he had a wide open floater. He threw it up to Gafford, and Gafford got fouled. It just makes you wonder if the game were tighter, like it was the other night, and SGA is coming like the way that he was just on a roll. Some of those misses and some of those mental lapses are gonna cost you. It didn't last night, but moving forward, it's the game isn't as clean as it looks sometimes, at least for me. And maybe that's just my perspective, just the style of basketball that I prefer. But it's a lot of perimeter stuff for Luka still. He's not getting a foot in the paint the way he typically does. He's not getting free throws the way he typically does. Kyrie isn't getting off. If they can get one of these, if they can get the next game to where Luka has a bad shooting night and you get a PJ Washington or a Derek Jones to start shooting more shots than they're supposed to, and you just kind of hang in there, I think OKC has a great chance of pushing this to 7 games. I really, really do believe that. I think OKC has a great chance. They only need one more guy to get going. And that's it. They just need one guy to get going for them, and I believe SGA can put them over the top. And I'm looking for them to do that in this next game, man.